Taking a bit of a pause, I'll come straight back to you, but flat on the Nifty is what we're seeing at this point in time. Let's look at the Nifty Bank. And no support, at least from banks and IT, and that's likely why you're seeing the kind of moves on the Nifty that you are. The Realty Index also just about marginally in the green, but the mid-cap and small-cap indices are holding up in the green somehow. We'll have to wait and watch as to how that plays out. Metals as a pack is doing fairly okay. Auto also doing fairly okay, just about holding in the green. PSU Bank, second straight day where we're holding up on the flattish kind of line. But FMCG is where the knock is, and Godrej Consumer is one of those where you're likely seeing pressure, and that's where the FMCG index is also feeling the heat. 10% lower on Godrej Consumer. Not surprised. This was a complete surprise. The CEO, quitting and effective right away. Others which are in focus, Tenneco, there's a block deal happening there. Promoter selling 3.5% lower on that stock. You're seeing Southwick Green, which is up 4% on the back of an order win of 400 crore. Diamond Power, 200 crore order win, 2% higher. BEML, another order win coming in from HAL for BEML and 2% higher on that one. Thyrocare, despite the block coming through, is still sitting in the green, 1.5% higher. We also have Dr. Agarwal's, where TPG and Temasek both have offloaded 13% stake, or are expected to, 7% lower on that counter with regard to the blocks that are coming through. MCX marginally higher, despite that SEBI regulation coming our way. Broadly, that's how the tilt is playing out. But Bata India, 6% higher. The numbers were largely in line, viewers, so no surprise positively on the numbers, but the stock is doing very well in trade this morning. 8% higher on TD Power as well. Those numbers were blockbuster. Margins held up very beautifully for TD Power. Man Industries was the other place where the numbers were very solid. EPL also 5.5% higher on the back of numbers. Delta Corp marginally lower. Some disclosures made, by the way, with regard to GST in Delta Corp's financials. Enviro Infra Engineers, 3.5% lower, weak set of numbers. Landmark Cars, margins weakened, 5.5% lower, despite top line holding up. Senco Gold, no surprise, 6.5% lower on the back of the numbers it's clocked. You're seeing large margin weakness, despite the kind of stupendous growth that Senco has clocked. I believe 70% plus on the revenue side, if I recall reading right. And despite that, EBITDA hasn't held up at all, and which is why you're seeing the kind of knock. We will speak with management at some point of time today to get a perspective of what's played out there. Vikran Engineering, 8.5% lower, and Piccadilly Agro, despite a 17% growth on top line, EBITDA as well as PAT, that stock is taking an 11% knock in trade. It's also seen a very strong run-up, so maybe something to keep in mind. But Vikran Engineering, again, the numbers were extremely weak. EBITDA margins coming off. You're seeing clear pressure, 9% lower on that stock as well. In terms of the sector tilt, let's see how we're settling in terms of rates and metals, of course, leading the pack today. 1% higher on the Nifty Metal Index. PSU Banks also sitting in the green. So is Auto, just about holding on to green. FMCG, Realty, Fin Nifty and IT are all down 0.5% plus, but no major knock per se on any index. Kunal, first to you, the view to start the day.
See, I think it's an okay start for the markets. We were anticipating the markets to be a little bit more on the softer side, to be more of a flattish. So, and with the pressure with respect to the crude oil prices, it's bound to be that the Nifty would also feel the heat over the near term. The data which I would be watching out for on a options perspective would be the put-call ratio. We closed at 0.74 approximately on the put-call ratio yesterday. Now we need to see if, the start of the fresh expiry, whether we drop down to 0.5, 0.6 on the put-call ratio. That could determine oversold conditions for our markets. In terms of opening trade, infosys is something which looks attractive. Have been bullish on the IT pack and continue to be the same over the near term. And infosys and TCS are the two names which I believe traders could look at a buy.
Okay.